Okay, I understand you have a couple more video clips for us, one featuring a fitness instructor and the other featuring a Pilates instructor.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, can you set those up for us?
When I would work with people who did yoga or people who taught Pilates, and I would start to modify from the perspective that I was coming from, they would say, oh my goodness, that's such a more complete way of including the whole body dynamically all the way through this move when you're on the reformer or when you're doing the cobra or when you're doing the yoga moves. And so as I started to work with this more regularly, I realized I started to create a whole program, and I've been training people to use this theory with their yoga and use this theory with their Pilates. So it's called Aston, meaning the Aston Paradigm for yoga, or Aston for Pilates. And there are many, many applications of this work, but these two clips coming are two of our practitioners, one who teaches Pilates and some yoga moves, and another one who is a personal fitness trainer. Sarah Irwin, a dancer, choreographer. She is also a massage therapist and is a certified Aston Patterning practitioner. She's been a teacher of Pilates since 1986. She trains teachers and clients internationally. Sarah, how did your journey of movement begin?
Movement has been my passion all my life. It has been my livelihood for about 2/3 of my life. So I got into yoga because that supported my dance. It gave me strength. I got into Pilates because of an injury, and I needed to rehab that injury. What I found that I liked about the Pilates was that it brought more movement to the yoga. When I started in Aston Patterning, one of the things that I loved about Aston Patterning, it actually brought more movement into the Pilates. Teaching Pilates now for 25 years, I've had that expansive time to really watch movement on every person, but in a very particular way in the Pilates work. What I began to notice was as they did the movement, it was stopping maybe here, or someone else, it might stop all the way up here, might get all the way to here, but stop in the neck. It was almost a ricochet action that would move through the body. The concept that I learned in Aston was that where movement meets stillness, it creates shearing. So, if that shearing continues to exist as they do the reformer work, the Cadillac work, as they go out the door and continue to walk, every step that they take is creating that shearing again and again and again. That was an immense piece for me to realize how huge that can be for someone and how that can really impact their life. Now, when 3 people come into the studio, 3 different people want to get on one piece of equipment, the same piece of equipment. Someone's lordotic, I assist them in finding the neutral for that, kyphosis, or rotator cuff injury. They all start now in their particular neutral position, so now in neutral, that movement can go and extend all the way through the body. It can extend width through the sides, it can go from front to back in dimension, and from bottom to top to get that length all the way up through the top of the head. What I love as well is the education that it gives my clients. It doesn't stop with me, it goes with them out the door. They have a piece of movement that they may need for toning, for loosening, whatever their needs might be, so that they can continue that movement through their walk, through their gait, through whatever their passion is. This is the swan, or you can call it the cobra in yoga. So the general principle is that you're going to push down into the floor, which takes you upward, but then you need to go backward. I think you'll notice where the movement stops in me. My feet being in a parallel position, I squeeze into the lower back. Adding the Aston concepts of tractioning forward gives me length. Now when I go up and create the push to take me up, it also can send me backward to where my whole body can move. We'll see how the feet have moved as well. As I come down, again, I want to press down into the floor to assist me in lowering down so that I don't create that hyperextension in the back. To add a piece to that, to assist me, is the wedge. It is going in the same direction that I need to go to do the movement. So we can add that piece as well. Again, notice how my feet can slide away and my whole body, with a little bit of feathering, can get that movement, length, width, and depth through the body.
Mary Schuler. After almost 20 years in the gym, how have your Aston courses changed your theory and practice of strength training?
My Aston Patterning experience, which I'm relatively new to, I find you can never work in an isolated way. It is always with respect to the rest of the body, and that it creates this cooperative, functional conversation through your entire system. It also creates a more even tone through the musculature with more length and ease versus effort. Most people are familiar with this. Feet on the floor, hands behind your neck, elbows out wide. Inhale. Exhale, come up, contract, suck your belly in towards your spine. So there's nothing wrong with this exercise. It's very effective, toning and tightening the abs. What I now understand is that most people are already in a shortened position. They sit at a desk, they drive, or they just have weak posture. The way that Aston Patterning teaches a sit-up. I'm going to push off the ground with both feet. I'm going to take my breath and I'm going to fill it all the way up through my back, head out through my arms. And now when I come back, I can bring my feet off. I can even turn. And it's almost effortless. I'm maintaining my stabilization and I'm creating length and I'm feeling the toning happening through the entire stance of my body.